Okay, there we go. All right, hello, and welcome back to the Skull Gang podcast. I'm your host, Chubb, and we're here with MC Dude. Say hello.
Hello.
One Nation's back.
Yep.
Kelp's back as well.
Yep. Always bring the big dick.
Of course you are.
I didn't need to hear that.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things here you don't like to hear, but just happen. Anyways, Greenlight, he's new. Say hello.
Hey.
Gums is
Hello.
here. He was here before, but got cut out of the last podcast.
I got fucking cut out of the podcast. Fuckers. Hello.
Yeah. We got Stogus here.
Yo,
He sounds like he's dying. And
like
then-
always.
Yeah.
He has that certain vibe. You sound like you're chewing cigarettes, man.
He really does. And then we got Resurrected back again.
So,
Alright, so then that's everybody. Alright, so we're here to talk about the new One Punch Man chapter. First off, what'd you guys think of it?
mid.
It was racist. It was probably the worst chapter that was ever written.
Alright, well,
It was pretty good.
This chapter was pretty trash, man.
that sounds like.
I love
Okay, Muppet's back too.
Fuck.
Finally
Oh.
decided to
The
start
audience
talking.
need to know who he is.
Alright.
It was alright.
I thought it was good. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting to happen, but it was good to see.
Yeah.
Went better than how I thought
I
it was
liked
going to. Alright. So I guess let's
I
just
like
go.
It was good to see Garo versus.
Yo, I kind of like how they didn't retcon the backstory.
Yeah. I guess we can just go on to that first of all.
Your white power.
Mm.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would make him actually black, but you know, I can see the decision.
Personally,
He's a
I didn't really
phony.
care. Because,
What?
as spoiler for the
Like,
chapter,
why did you
but-
want him to be black?
Why?
I mean, that's his name, right?
You got a problem with representation?
Exactly.
No, I ain't got a problem. I mean, like,
He's like,
just,
yes, another white person.
Well, first of all, I don't
He's
think
just
he's
like,
white, he's Asian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get your facts straight.
and he's
What
a
you
he's a
assume?
bodybuilder. So I've never seen him as a black guy. I've always seen him with a guy with an extreme tan. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You thought that after you started the comic.
I started with the webcomic, so I guess that's the reason.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate black people too, but I'm just wondering.
Well, there we go. That's
You can't
a great way
say
to
this
never
kind
get
of stuff, man.
monetized.
And we're not even monetized.
We're not monetized. Well, I mean, we eventually
Isn't that more
eventually
reason
might.
to say wild shit?
And if we do, we're gonna have to never have Muppet on a podcast again.
We're gonna get flagged.
Yeah.
By podcast episode 100, we're all just gonna be in a room, like doing real life podcasts.
We're gonna have a round
No.
table that we all just sit around.
Hey, bro, we'll get the alt-right fan base.
I mean,
Okay, just quick disclaimer. I'm not racist. Just want to put that out there.
Nah, he
He's
is.
lying.
That's what
He is
everyone
100%
says.
racist.
it?
You should see some of the shit he types in Discord. He's definitely racist.
Facts.
Oh,
I've never
Stogus, you gotta
typed a
never talk.
racist thing in my life.
Okay, one.
I've never.
Wink, wink.
Go on, pull up.
And then when tweets you said,
all right, let's get back on track because we're getting off track again, and we were not supposed to do that this podcast.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
6 on my
it's
list.
obvious.
Yeah. All right, so let's hope we don't get
Anyway.
off track again. Anyways, so we start off.
Anyway, back to white power. So let's just Dark
Alright.
Shine
Okay, and that's
is
racist.
Asian.
That is.
No,
alright.
no. I'm
Can we
just
all-
appreciating my heritage.
Yeah, your people.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
Same.
let's just rate the chapter.
It was a solid 7 for me.
10?
7.5.
I'll go.
I give it an 8. It's an 8. It's a good
8.5.
8.5.
I give it.
That is the definitive rate.
Yeah, I'm probably just a little biased because, Garo's the best, but whatever.
I'm biased towards.
I'm just
Darkseid.
waiting for the next chapter.
Next chapter will be cool. We kind of get a tease at the end for next chapter, but we'll get to that later. All right. Anyway, so we start the chapter actually on the cover page, which has panels unlike usual, and we see the aftermath of the super alloy bazooka colliding with Garo, and it's everything around them just got dusted.
True.
They got Thanos. They got
Thanos. It's interesting because we've never seen that really happen before, of somebody punching like a brick and then it just turns to dust. And we see that later on as well from Garo hitting Darkshine through a wall. So I guess it's just a new way to show their power now, because Darkshine and Garo are two of the strongest, at least physical, characters in the series so far, at least.
We saw it in the
Wait, hold up. Do you mean physically or?
I mean physically.
Like, overall.
I said physically.
All right.
That's a whole Darkshine physically.
Yeah, we saw the dust in their first fight together when Garo throws the bricks at Darkshine.
I guess kind of, yeah. But I mean, those were like pebbles and not, entire rooms being dusted.
True.
Would you guys say that Darkshine's physical powers over Garo?
I'd say they're about equal, or Garo.
They're about
stronger.
equal.
I mean, we see
They're
from
about
the
equal.
super alloy bazooka that Garo's able to match him at full power.
I'd say Darkshine's slightly above him, but it's to be seen.
Yeah, they're around the same. We'll just go with that.
Darkshine, though, is still more tankier than Garo at this point, though.
Oh, for sure.
Well, in terms of but because Garo is Garo, he gets back up from getting all of his bones broken. So in terms of a tank, Darkshine, yeah, but in terms of being able to fight for longer, I'd say Garo probably is above him at this point.
Yeah, Garo definitely.
All right. Anyways, so we start the chapter basically where we left off, with Garo using the Crossfang Dragon Slayer fist on Darkshine and pushing him back. And Darkshine tries to hit him again, but doesn't work, and Garo deflects it with his thumb, which is great. I don't know how else. It's a great way to show how much stronger Garo is now after getting tackled and starting to break his limiter.
Garo's really fast now.
Yeah, he's
like Super Saiyan 2, spikier hair and everything.
Yeah, his hair is weird.
Yeah,
I thought it
the
looked a
shape.
little metallic, honestly.
I think it's
very. I was thinking more of.
yeah.
I was thinking more of bone or something. Like him to.
Is this?
Well, his hair is hardening.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's gonna become the horns later on.
Is this anyone else's favorite Garo design?
To be
I like
seen.
it. Actually, yeah.
Probably
I think
so
it's-
far. I think I might like it.
It is
the
mine,
most.
Yeah, we gotta wait
shut
for
up.
the
What?
All right, and then we see, going on the speed point, we see Garo blitz Darkshine and punch him through at least 4 walls, which leads into
Hundreds of walls.
just a couple walls. Anyways, and then this leads to
I
Darkshine.
see one wall.
But it's kind of implied.
Yeah, we see at least 2. We see 2. He gets broken through.
Yeah.
And then
There's
after
at least
this-
2 walls.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
after
that
he-
second wall, he like falls.
Yeah. And then after that, we see him laying on his back, and Darkshine, for the first time, is bleeding. He's coughing up blood, and blood's going through his nose.
Yeah.
And then we also see what we mentioned earlier is the
Vip,
wall.
delete that image right now.
We see the wall that he got hit through. We see it literally turning into sand. And then we see Darkshine commenting on how Garo just used him to push himself further. And we see Darkshine overly sweating. We see him. He's really fearing Garo right now. which comes in later in the chapter. Garo comments on how Darkshine should be beating him because he's a hero, but he's still standing because Garo's a beast.
I think it's a great exchange, and this is something I actually really digged with the chapter. Like, I'm pretty sure in the webcomic we didn't get to see the fight go all the way through. We just got like a panel after Garo caught the fist.
Yeah,
I like how we got the fight fully fleshed out.
Yeah, we get his. So as the base flip's happening, we just see Darkshine knocked out on the floor.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
later we get the flashback of Darkshine's backstory and Darkshine getting fear, and then apparently he just passes out. But here, he doesn't pass out. We see him still fighting despite fearing his life against Garo.
Yeah.
Like, we get like the one that I've now posted right now. We get that scene and then the fear scene, and then it's nothing.
Yeah, that's what we get in the webcomic, but here we get it expanded a lot more. But so we also
Speaking
see
of Garo, what's it called? His suit, those little things on his back. I think Murata forgot to add them in one of the other chapters.
the last
Did he add them
chapter.
back?
I mean, not the last chapter we saw them in. But also we
Murata
get
said he'd
the
update that.
full design reveal with his swirling chest and his new hair, as well as he has both bloodshot eyes now.
I didn't really like the swirling.
You did or didn't?
Did not.
Why? Why didn't you
Just
like
looked
it?
very weird.
Yeah, it does.
You don't like the swirl pattern?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Well, I think it looks awesome.
I like
Yeah, I
the
like the
swirl
swirl pattern. Sort of
Also,
like
Is his
Dawn-
hair still red?
Yeah.
I don't. It's red,
red
and white.
now.
It's both. I think that's what
I got
makes
a
it look the
question.
way it does.
What?
When did Goro's other eye darken?
I think it was just like
It was
right at
last
the start of the
chapter.
chapter. It was
Like-
like dark.
this moment.
Yeah, it was after the bazooka, because the bazooka is what made his clothes form the spiral pattern, which shot some of the blood out of his hair, and then also, I guess, gave him another bloodshot eye.
So do you think he
Yeah,
really
when
had
we
to...
get the
Go ahead. Okay. Do you think he had to exert himself again, like so far that he popped a blood vessel in his eye, like with?
Yeah, I would say probably
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And all right, so then after we get that, we see Darkshine's backstory, where we find out he's Asian and just gets the Darkshine from all the tanning oil he uses, which we already went over. I don't really think, at least anybody here really cares at all. But some people, probably whenever the
Actually,
anime gets to
I'm
this, it's going to be
offended.
controversial.
Oh yeah, when the anime, yeah.
Because I remember they made a
JC
controversy.
Staff.
Yeah, I was about to say they made a
JC
controversy out of how
Staff.
JC Staff drew him, because they drew him awfully.
Yeah, they drew him like actually like full pitch black.
Yeah, it was
look
terrifying,
like-
honestly.
well,
He
at
looks
least
like shit in the fucking JC staff version. Like, literally.
I hope they
Yeah.
don't get season 3.
They better.
Bones, please come through. Finish Mob Psycho and then get One Punch Man. That'd be perfect.
if we got that, for God's sake, I'd pray to God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have a feeling JC Staff's
That
still
is
gonna
just
get
disgusting.
it, but I hope Bones gets it. All right.
Did you see the Darkshine in the OVA?
I watched the only OVA I watched was Grover's 31.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for the OVA, but I haven't seen it in a
Yeah.
while.
He looks like his season.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
season
really?
1 also is early Murata art Darkshine, which is also, compared to now, bad.
Yeah, definitely. His nose.
His nose is like,
Earlier.
it looks a little bit like a small clown nose because it's like super round.
He was also his height was also smaller.
Yeah,
That's how
because
he was.
he was like around the same size as Puri in season 1, but
Yeah.
as we know now, he's way bigger.
He has Hulk proportions.
Yeah, he's near
Yeah, I
Hulk
think they're more
proportions, especially
exaggerated.
whenever he starts flexing. All right, so anyways, we go to Darkshine's backstory, and we see how he used to be super frail and weak, like I think most of us. And then, for his 15th birthday, he got a three.
Darkshine's ass.
He got a 3 kilogram dumbbell, and then he just kept lifting that, and then he kept increasing the weight, and he eventually got up to 200 kilograms, 500, a ton, 2 tons, and then he got to a point where his body cannot be measured in numbers anymore. Which I don't know the legitimacy to that, because I'm pretty sure it could still be measured in some form of numbers, but I know it's just showing how strong he became. And then we also see that he developed self-confidence this time. Like, he didn't have any self-confidence at first, but he was able to bring that up and have self-confidence and look forward to every fight. But as soon as that was broken, he doesn't have it anymore. He fears Garo now.
Well, at least for now.
Oh, for now at least. We see.
Yeah.
I
Do you guys think?
he still does? In the
Yeah.
webcomic.
Well, yeah, he retired,
Well, yeah, he gets it. He kind of gets it back later on whenever Puri finds him, but
and then he gets his ass beat again.
yeah.
Yeah, the one time he puts his life on the line, it doesn't work out.
The one time he puts his life on the line, he fights Awakening Garo, and no matter how much he was trying, he wasn't ever beating him.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that scene was actually.
Yeah, so then we see Darkshine keeps getting overwhelmed, and then through that, he starts realizing that even though he thinks he always wanted to get a fight that pushed him to 100%, he only ever wanted a fight that he could for sure win in, not where his
Yeah.
life could be risked.
I think that's what most people want.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really besides I guess Garo, because Garo is like the exact opposite of Darkshine in terms of he always pushes himself like that. He always fights somebody stronger than him and grows through it.
I find it interesting that Darkshine never tries to run, even though he's scared.
Yeah, he never runs. He still fights.
No,
He's
no,
just
no.
terrified.
Didn't he?
Do you think if he took more damage, he would try to run?
I don't know.
Nah.
I
There's
don't.
a thing called pride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he would
Probably.
run. Like maybe in the webcomic he passes out from fear. He
Yeah.
might eventually do that, but I don't think he'd ever run away. He's not
What?
serious.
He's not a my mask. Whoa! We're throwing a my shade out here now.
Well, my mask wasn't.
the nigga ran. What are you talking about, bro?
A my still wants smoke. He just doesn't want smoke with Fear Ugly.
Because he's a pussy. That's what.
Hey, bro,
He
that's one
ran away.
person, that's one
Don't
person.
worry. Don't worry. He'll
Amai
redeem
ran away
himself
and
once
called for
he-
backup.
But
He
like,
was
Darkseid
united.
should have done that.
I mean, like, he'll redeem himself though once he's taken on Black.
Amai would have stopped the monster.
He asked to switch places with anyone else, with the people that he trashed.
Well,
Yeah, he
well, he
tracked.
had PTSD. But
Should have asked Pit God.
who do you guys think would take that? Honestly,
Who?
Take what?
oh, between
Pig God and Fury?
Yeah.
Pig God?
Probably forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, if Pig God
I mean,
used
they're
his
both-
secret thing, he might.
I mean, they're both fat, so they have one thing.
But Fury does have the transformation.
Yeah.
So I think Fear would probably still win,
Let's
but
get
I
back
mean,
on
it'd be a
topic.
harder fight than what he's currently getting.
During this like period of time, we got a great character moment for Garo, in my opinion, where he lays off Darkshine, which
Yeah.
is something we didn't get in the webcomic.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second because we still need to get to Darkshine finally feeling fear. We see not only does his face turn just like he's scared for his life, but then we see the giant Garo that represents his fear encasing him. And that is awesome. That's an
Best
awesome
panel
panel.
of the chapter, in my opinion.
Yeah. It reminds me of
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me
That's
of
pretty free.
we saw it was whenever he first got awakened from Puri, and he's like, "This is a monster I've awakened," and we see that rough sketch design that this double spread uses as well. It's the same thing. So I'm guessing because of that, Darkshine right there is fearing him as much as Puri feared whenever he got whooped by Garo. All right.
You can also compare it to when he fought Tank Top Master, because I was rereading today, and he does something similar, but you can see the difference from back then when he was a devil, but right now he's like a full-blown terrifying monster in the eyes of a proper
Yeah. Because back then it was just like a vague shadow with eyes in it that was standing behind him, but now it's just fully him. And then after this, that's when Darkshine snaps and's fully afraid and just starts swinging out of fear. Which, as we said, props to him. He's still trying to fight, even though he's completely terrified.
It's his job.
Yeah. So he tries to punch Garo, and Garo just kicks him right in the neck and goes to strike his ears, which we could have inferred would have taken out his hearing. But then he sees Darkshine's terrified face, and inside of that, he sees Tario and his younger self being bullied, and we see his humanity still clinging to him, his humanity, and he backs off. Which then,
On the other hand, he doesn't count as like a normal human.
yeah,
he has like stupid regeneration powers now.
Yeah, he's half human and half monster now, but what's keeping him fully... It's just like what Psycho said whenever he fought Orochi is he's like becoming a monster, but he can't let go of his humanity, which is keeping him from fully becoming a monster.
Yeah, I thought it was a great character moment for Garo.
Yeah, it was great. I really liked it. It's still showing that while he's becoming more of a monster, his humanity won't go away, which is ultimately what leads to him becoming, or what leads to him getting redeemed at the very end of the arc.
Yeah.
What do you think separated Darkshine from like any other like C-class hero that might have been scared of him in the past?
I guess Darkshine's just body. I guess he just trained better. Either he trained better or his body just had more natural talent than any other person's.
Imagine.
I mean, why do you think Garo held back in this instance rather than like, say, like when he fought, I don't know, Red Nose or something, was probably scared in that situation.
Red Nose is a bitch.
Because Red Nose is an asshole.
Yeah, he was
Red Nose was
so much
talking shit right before like Garo got there. So
and he also was he also didn't care if the guy jumped, that one guy in that one bonus chapter.
No, that was Saitama.
So basically, because Darkshine is a good person, then Garo decided not to.
I don't know, but at the same time, he beat the shit out of Moomin Rider.
Garo didn't want to look racist.
Well, Moomin wasn't terrified of him, because that's the one thing. Moomin isn't terrified of anybody. He still stands up to them. Here, Darkshine is cowering in fear.
So you think it was the fact that Darkshine was scared?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm trying to get
You've got to think, this Darkshine at this point, he's reverted back to being a kid again. He's reverted back to being that same 15-year-old kid that's scared of everyone. So Garo probably picked up on his kid like nature and how he's acting, and that's why he's had the thought of Tario and Garo in the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we see him back off, and Darkshine tries to punch him, but, Garo easily dodges it, and then he's like, what is with this wimpy look you have, Darkshine? It's like I'm bullying you. And that's one thing Garo doesn't want to do, is because that's the one thing he hates the most, besides maybe heroes, is being a bully. Because that's what happened to him as a kid, and that's why he's who he is today.
Is this the first instance we've seen of a character not being Defiance against Garo when they're fighting?
I
Maybe.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, because...
It's kind of ironic, too. Like...
Yeah. Garo even says
the evil ones that are, like, very...
Yeah, because Garo...
Darkshine was not.
Yeah. And we see Garo also he's thinking on why he, stopped attacking Darkshine. He's like, the evil I'm going to become is far more, and then he gets cut off. And we see his clothing that was forming the spiral is starting to, like, take over his body. We see it spreading across his face. And, he's kneeling over in pain. And we know this since we read the webcomic. This is his body. Well, this is him transforming more into a monster. And this is also his body giving out from how much limit breaking it's been doing. Because, like, literally, in 3 or 4 days, he's gone from, like, just above Tank Top Master to now he's bodying Darkshine. It's an insane growth that his body just can't keep up with.
I found it weird how everybody's, like, even Zoe, and sorry for the name drop, but even him, he thought that it was Tatsumaki doing, and I can see how people could think that because of the barrier, but it's just like there'd be more emphasis on a gravity attack.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, and it's Tatsumaki, so if she tried to kill Garo, at this point, I'm pretty sure he'd be dead.
Yeah.
But
I don't think she was purposefully attacking him, but she just didn't give a fuck about him.
Yeah. Like, at this point, Tatsumaki is trying to just shield the S-Class and lift the base up. She's not worrying about Garo or any of the executives. She's worrying more about Psycho Sorochi and her flipping the base. Anyways,
I've got to ask the question, though. And it's like, where are they right now? Because wouldn't the floor beneath them be coming up as well?
That's what I was thinking.
They can't be at...
They're probably at the bottom of the base at this point, because we see while all the floors that's still left from their fight is getting lifted up, the ground is still staying. So I'm assuming that's just the bottom of where the base is.
If so, that means the bazooka took Garo and Darkshine all the way to the bottom of the base.
Yeah.
Because they weren't at the bottom when they were fighting before. So the punch must have...
Yeah, they were probably semi-close. Either that or the punch just did even more damage that we just don't see. Because before they were on the same level that Puri and Garo were on, which is, we know, not the bottom. Because we see them break through floors, like the tackle breaks them through a couple floors and all that. So yeah, it's interesting that they're at the very bottom now. And then, after Garo kneels over in pain, we see Tatsumaki puts a bubble around Darkshine and starts flipping the base, or lifting the base, my bad. And Darkshine's actually concerned for Garo at this point, which is interesting, as, he was sort of just trying to kill him. But now, since that he's become his child self again, he's actually starting to care for Garo. Yeah, he says stuff like, the floor's collapsing, you need to run, Garo, or you'll be crushed. And then, as that happens, Darkshine gets lifted away.
It shows at the end of the day, Darkshine's still a hero, so obviously he's gonna show concern if Garo's about to get crushed to death.
Yeah. Yeah, this is showing much more sympathetic side of Darkshine in contrast to what's been shown, like whenever he was trash talking Garo and stuff. We're seeing a much more sympathetic side of him, showing that he is, a hero, unlike, people like Amai and Tatsumaki who, don't really care about anybody. He's more on the Metal Bat Bang side where he's actually cares about people.
Oh, yeah.
So Darkshine's a better hero than All Might?
I don't know about that.
He is black.
Yeah, no.
All right. Whatever, you can have your bait.
I mean, I don't see All Might. I don't see All Might being concerned about All for One. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh,
true.
All for One isn't All for One more evil than Garo?
Garo's not even evil, but
yeah. But then again, All Might actually see Garo.
I mean, All Might cares for Shigaraki, even though he's a mass murderer.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we'll save that for the My Hero podcast.
Yeah, we'll save that for the My Hero podcast coming after this one. And then we see Darkshine get lifted away, and he asks himself, "Why did I just say that?" And then he curls into a ball, and we will not see him until Puri comes looking for him later.
Yep.
Seems kind of because because he tells Puri that story stuff. It's pretty weird though.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it's changed in the manga now, because we won't be getting the flashback.
I guess he'll just cut to him after he tells the flashback.
Yeah, it might just cut that part out. It's like we see Puri finding him, and then Darkshine tells the story, and then we just cut to after that.
Yeah.
So
are we gonna talk? Are we gonna talk about?
I was just gonna add before we get to that. Final impressions on the fight.
I thought it was really good. I thought it was better than what the webcomic did, and that's
it was
great.
Yeah, it was one fight I thought that the manga did definitively in every way better than the webcomic.
Yeah, it got expanded upon, and everything from the webcomic looks great. So it's really. You can't really ask for too much more than what we saw. I guess maybe seeing what the punch did, but we still see it.
Best fight of the arc, top 3. What are your thoughts?
100%.
Top 5.
I put it top 1.
I would say probably either top 3, probably at least top 3. I'm not 100% sure if it's my favorite or not. It's probably at least number 2.
It's not as good as Child Emperor versus Phoenix Man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Big laser shoot in new form.
Phoenix Man versus Child Emperor. Oh my fuck! I hate that fight.
I don't hate it. I still really like it.
Another day.
Yeah, you can say that.
I don't know. Maybe because I was reading it while it was going weekly, but that shit was pissing me off at a certain point.
Yeah, an entire month's worth of manga just got retconned, so that was annoying. Anyways,
how far?
Not being on that.
How far do you guys think we would be if it was? Oh, you guys.
Well, say what you were gonna say because I was gonna move on.
Oh, I said, how far do you guys think the Phoenix? I mean, how far into the manga do you guys think we would be if the Phoenix fight wasn't
expanded? I mean, we'd be past the base flip, so we'd probably be like Genos' stuff right now.
We'd have more Gums panels. So
2 more chapters.
Yeah, I'd say a chapter.
Yeah, Genos would be getting his ass beat right now if the Phoenix fight never happened.
Yeah.
Would probably be at the start of Bang versus the Codres at this point. If Phoenix
probably get past.
That'd be so worth it.
I think we'd be a chapter or 2 ahead.
Too bad Greek's not here to defend this shit.
I could defend
it. Who cares about his
opinion?
I think I like it.
He's
but it's
never
why would I
anything.
defend it? It's not like Garo versus Darkshine y'all are trashing on.
But yeah, this is probably my favorite fight of the arc. Either this or the Flashy versus the Ninjas.
Yeah.
It's up there.
I mean, Atomic versus Black Sperm was pretty good.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
But for different reasons.
That wasn't a fight, though. That was a slaughter.
Bro, I hope next chapter we see a fucking bubble form around Atomic.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think we'll probably see all the S
Yes,
class in bubbles
please.
now.
What if a black sperm gets trapped with him?
That'd be great.
That'd be fun.
That,
Oh,
like you wanna know what's weird though? Like, how the hell did like Homeless Emperor survive?
Who knows? Maybe we'll see that in the manga. Maybe we'll see how he survives the base flip, even though
Maybe
he's
he-
a human.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
he's
he
actually
could.
near.
He could create a shield
Yeah.
with his light
He
spears.
should be able.
That'd be cool.
That needs to.
Why didn't he do that shit against Zombie Man?
It didn't need to. Zombie Man
He
He was already
spotted.
winning.
Caught off guard, maybe under.
Let me just
No, I meant like when Zombie Man.
say
behind him.
this.
Oh, well, I mean, he got caught off guard.
Homeless Emperor better do a spirit bomb.
Let me just say this. I don't want to see Pig God get a bubble around him. I want it to be exactly how it was, that
He's
he
gonna eat the
crawled
bubble.
through the rubble by himself.
The only one I
He
think
eats
might not
his
have a
way
bubble is
to-
Puri.
and he has the
Pig God has to
disciples
save
in
the
him.
disciples, so
Angel
we might-
style dive.
We actually might see Pig God find the disciples, maybe.
And eat them.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
He doesn't eat them, but like he
I mean, he
puts them-
eats them basically.
he holds them.
and his
He stores them in his
So-
belly.
Yeah.
he
He somehow stores them in there to where the acid stomach doesn't.
nah, he stores them in his mouth like he's a crocodile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want one panel just before the base flip of Pig God just kicking the hell out of Gums and then just standing over him, and then just it cuts to the base flip.
That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. As much
Yeah.
as a Pig
On
God
him,
stand,
so
you're gonna
Yeah,
be.
that's
He's
not
not gonna have
happening.
the upper hand on Gums at any point.
He's dropping to bang.
Yeah. Anyway, so predictions
he's
for next
getting-
chapter,
he's
I
getting
guess.
wrecked by Ben.
I mean, we
Do
know
you
the
guys see any
obvious.
changes happening in the next chapter?
I think everything's going 1-for-1 now.
I think so. I think so.
Orochi.
I'm trying to think of what changes could happen
Gonna
because I
be
think we'll
big.
see all the S class getting bubbles, and then we gotta have it Tatsu doing something to kill Orochi and send Psychos down so that she can sneak whenever. But I think besides that, it'd probably
As
be
long
around the
as
same.
as
Who isn't getting a bub?
Flashy Saitama.
Puri. 'Cause Puri
Nah, Flashfire is getting a bubble, and everyone who's like
I think
she knows of
Atomic,
getting a
no need to
bubble.
let that guy live.
I think.
Not a member.
Well, are we talking about
No
who's
need
gonna
to
get the
let-
bubble or who deserves the bubble? Because Atomic
Wait,
doesn't
like-
get
wait.
one.
Like
Is Mike gonna die? Is
I
Mike
hope
gonna
not.
This
die?
I
actually
hope
might be
not.
where
I
he
hope
dies.
not. I hope
Dude,
he
that's the
lives.
I think that's gonna be the thing is that freaking so Tatsumaki only puts a bubble around Saitama and Flashy and Mike gets trapped outside. Oh, it's gonna be sad. Saddest death of 2020.
Oh wait, maybe he coincidentally gets in a bubble, because like Flashy Flash is holding him,
Yeah.
so
I think Mike's unkillable at this point.
he has plot armor.
It's
Yeah.
so I have no it's so weird because I have no idea if he's gonna die or not.
And Bomb. Are they getting
All this started because Saitama interrupted him on.
Yeah.
He would have died. He legit would have died while he was taking a crap.
You 100% would. I'm trying. Because, like, I would say, because
Not a
he's just like
bad
a
way to-
fodder monster, he's going to be dying. But there's been so much screen time with him and Flashy and Saitama. Like, I feel like he's not going to die at this
Yeah.
point. It's weird.
I mean, even Grim likes him.
Yeah. We're going to have to cut
What
that
if
part
he
out.
has like a really emotional death?
That'd be fucking
That'd be
hilarious.
great.
So, if they had a funeral for him, I'd fucking die.
Flashy and Saitama hold a funeral for him. That'd be great.
Poor fodder monster. He was.
He was so
I didn't
young.
know him too.
We finally get
We
his
see
name.
Saitama holding.
It's just something like Gary or like Charles.
That'd be great.
This whole time, his name is Michael.
Nah, his name is going to be freakishly long, and Saitama's not going to remember it.
What if it's revealed he's Boros' son?
Shoot. I mean, that'd be a twist.
He looks more like Giro's son than Boros.
Mike is a feral
it's
Giro
female.
puppet.
Yeah, the Giro puppet one. Yeah, I thought we just called the puppet Giro while we her real form.
I don't know. We don't really know like if the puppets would have individual names or if they're just all Giro Giro.
Oh, that's just what
I'd imagine they're probably all just Giro Giro.
Anyways.
So we are definitely going to see Orochi fighting Tatsumaki and the base.
Finally.
Yeah.
He's not dying.
Who's Orochi?
Orochi's dying next chapter.
No.
We'll see.
He 100% is.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah.
Dude, the only way I want him to die is against Garo.
Well,
he's not fighting Garo. And you know, if he came back as regular Orochi, I could see the argument. But is his neutron or neuron thing now? That's not fighting Garo.
Yeah. Garu deserves a better.
It's just Orochi's gonna die in the base flip, and everything is gonna be going the same as the webcomic from now on, except expanded a bit.
And then Neon's gonna come back.
Oh yeah, Neon has his 8 lives. Mid base flip, we jump over to Drive 9, we see Neon revive and start whooping him.
He bargains with Drive 9. He bargains with.
That'd be great.
So do you want to see just the base being lifted, or do you want to see the?
I want to see I want to see some reaction.
I want to see the destruction of the city.
Yeah.
Whatever gets us the best panel.
But would you?
I kind of want Murata to take his maybe we'll make this one come out in 3 weeks to have it be full 60 pages, double spreads of the flip. Because I think it deserves that.
Oh, did you guys hear what I said?
Wait, what?
Oh, I said so long as we get the panel of Black Sperm looking up at Tatsumaki, I'm fine with whatever.
That's gonna be great. Oh my god, the executives walking up on Tatsumaki is gonna be godly. There's nothing better than that. Well, I mean, there's gonna be stuff better than that, but that chapter, that's gonna be the highlight for me, honestly. It's nothing's gonna be compare.
As long as Orochi dies.
Orochi's gonna die. As much as some people don't want it, as much as Greek's not gonna want it, Orochi's dying. So I guess any final predictions? Any final thoughts?
Do you think it's gonna be
dead?
Mostly Psychos again, like the Psychos Orochi, or do you think we're gonna get Orochi, just Orochi next chapter?
I think it's just gonna be.
I want to see
Orochi, like what we saw in last chapter.
Because I want to see more of Orochi.
Sadly, I don't think Orochi's. We're gonna be seeing more Orochi in terms of him forming dragons or anything, or him doing martial arts or anything. I think that's all gone. It'd be weird to see the neuron thing with its swords doing water stream rock smashing fists. Maybe the Psychos part would do that, but I don't know.
I think we're definitely gonna get Orochi. Next time it's gonna be Orochi's gonna take advantage of the situation.
Muppet, predict something. The opposite seems to happen.
Tatsumaki's gonna lift the base. Orochi's gonna die.
Orochi's gonna live.
The base, guys.
Yeah. Shoot, Muppet. I didn't realize Muppet's calling it because Muppet's streak on calling things is awful.
Bro, what streak?
All right. So first of all, you called Hercules winning. That didn't happen.
That's one.
That's one. Second of all,
Orochi dying.
Well, I guess Orochi dying. You called that.
That's what I thought. Everyone's reaching.
You called well, what do you mean reaching? You said he was dead.
You're
like, no,
that's a
new monster. That's a new monster.
So
that's not Orochi.
That was all me now?
That wasn't all you. I was part of that. I'm not gonna lie. That was me. I'll take my L. But you and one were like, oh, actually, that's a new monster. That's not Orochi.
This is heart material, bro.
It was.
Orochi is more alive than.
No, you should say that to Grim.
Vib's prediction, Murata will tweet on Friday that the chapter will come on Monday.
I mean, yeah. I could see it being Monday releases from now on.
Yeah, it'll probably be Monday now.
Because, like, especially with this next chapter, I don't think he's going to get it done in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't really know if he's going to get it done in 2 weeks. I could see it being like, oh, it gets to Monday, and Murata tweets out like, hey, I won't have it done for another week. My bad.
I honestly wouldn't care. As long as we get one godly double-page spread of the base flip, I do not.
I think they're probably going to be at least 2. Because the base flip deserves it. Because this is like the biggest thing that's going to happen until we get Garo versus Saitama. Well, I guess if we see Golden Sperm versus Garo, that would be bigger. But
there's also good.
Yeah.
Fubuki versus Psycho?
Oh,
it's going to be an event.
Oh, that's going to be so weird now.
That might be top 5.
She's gonna.
It'll be the best Psychic.
It's going to be very
even.
Hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to the backstory. Seeing teenage Fubuki and Psycho.
Oh, shit.
I've been waiting on that for so fucking long.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be titty to titty, just.
But that's not gonna happen for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I know.
I cannot wait for King versus the Executives. That's gonna be great.
Look under your feet, Homer-san.
Nani?
And he.
Your shoes are untied.
Your shoes are untied. I thought I'd just let you know.
He cares about my safety, which means he must be powerful.
He must be. What? This must mean something else.
He I can't wait for when the wave motion can. I hope they leave that
wave
on
motion can is gonna be great.
Actually, I think they do in the webcomic.
The wave. I can't even put into words how amazing the wave motion cannon is.
Yeah, people imagine if Grim thinks it's real.
That'd be hilarious.
It's gonna be.
I thought, not gonna lie, I thought it was real like before until I turned the next.
King secretly is a god level threat.
Fuck you, mortal.
You were on his
I really
side.
hope Murata draws it.
Fuck you too, bro.
Well, that's Muppet for you.
Oh, get some shots.
Where's my money?
What are you guys doing?
All right,
Immortal,
I think we
what
should
you
end
think
it
of the
here because we're starting to talk about not One Punch Man stuff. So I think that'll be it. Anybody have any final words to end the podcast?
Hercules fucking dead.
Fucking die.
Yeah, he is.
Immortal.
Yeah, that's for another podcast. That's for another.
Damn, he muted himself.
See ya.